Oh, what a day. Just knocked off. Been working out in the bush. I've driven back into town, and it's nice and cool in the hotel room. Fortunately, got a nice hotel room, and cooling down a bit. I'll be putting my feet up, and I'll probably be getting something. Probably having a nice steak a little bit later on. It's a tough old job this, but somebody's got to do it. Oh, here we are out on the balcony. Oh, there's the sun. Crikey, should have put my hat on. And there's the marina. I don't quite know why the oh, it's a ship there. I don't quite know why the display has just gone dark. The viewfinder's gone dark, but I'm assuming the camera is still recording. Nice big ship out there. They come into this port to get iron ore. West Australia, and the economy is based on the export of iron ore. There's iron ore mines all over the place, and yeah, quite a nice outlook from the hotel room. Over the marina there, over the ocean. Nice private balcony. Okay, well, I thought I'd do a quick video just to try this new GoPro out. I had a GoPro Hero 3 that you've probably seen video footage from. I stick it in the car windscreen and talk to it. And the other day it stopped communicating with my computer. So I thought, oh no, really? That's a bit off. So I tried a couple of things. I tried freezing it, and I tried heating it up, warming it up, and then freezing it, and charging the battery. Tried quite a few things, but I couldn't get it to. I couldn't get it to communicate with the computer anymore. I couldn't. Tried it with a different computer. It's just it's not communicating. Okay, I'll buy myself a new GoPro. So, being the cheapskate that I am, I bought the GoPro Hero 7 White, which is what I'm using at the moment. Don't know why they call it that. It's actually grey to look at it, but it's the bottom of the range GoPro, and I've got it set to 1080p. Got no idea of the frame rate. Oh, there's our mate over there saying hello. Got no idea of the frame rate. That's one of the things I like about this camera actually. It hasn't got heaps of options to get lost in. You just set it to 1080p, you can't change the frame rate. You can turn the camera upside down and then start the recording, and it'll turn the image up the right way. You don't need to do that in software. If I turn the camera upside down now, I will appear upside down. So if you start it the right way up and start recording, then invert it, the recording will be upside down. If I invert the camera, then start the recording will be the right way up, if you see what I mean. Also, I want to test the audio, because I bought a very similar looking camera the other day, 50 bucks, from an electronic shop out here in Australia called J-Car. Gives good quality pictures, but the audio is dreadful. I can barely hear it. GoPros have always been pretty good for the audio quality and level, and I'm hoping this one is going to be just as good. See, I might move around a bit. That sun's in my face. Oh, if I turn around, of course, it's going to be in the camera, isn't it? It's going to be directly in the camera. Okay, so let's pick a subject to talk about. I was looking at a video that Mark Steele did yesterday or today, I can't remember which, and he's got one of these little EMF detectors, and he's in the UK somewhere, and he's saying, look at this, it's 8.9 millivolts per square metre. This is dangerous, it's lethal, it's cancer causing, and all this sort of stuff. The question I'll be asking Mr. Steele is, why does he spend so much time prancing around in these fields if they're so dangerous and they're cancerous? Waving a meter around saying, look how dangerous this electromagnetic field from 5G is. It's cancerous, it's going to kill you, it's a weapon. And there he is standing in the field from the 5G, showing you the signal strength on his, or the field strength on his gadget. Now his gadget, I did look that up. It's $188 here in Australia, about 90 quid in the UK. That's it. Certainly a long way from being a top flight piece of professional equipment. it looks at a broad spectrum, a considerable bandwidth of the radio frequency spectrum. Starts off at 50 megahertz, goes all the way up to 3,500 megahertz. Now, any signal in there, which includes Wi-Fi, mobile phones, you've got to have his mobile phone in his pocket, houses, Wi-Fi in houses, FM broadcasting, of course, 88 to 108 megahertz, utilities, telemetry from the water board, there'll be UHF transmitters running with telemetry. There's all sorts of things generating signals between 50 megahertz and 3,500 megahertz. And this gadget that Mark Steele has got will sum all of those signals together and give you an amplitude reading. Now, if you're going to do this properly, the way you should do it is to use a professional quality spectrum analyzer. These start at about $25,000. And what you would do is you would find the actual frequency being used, or the frequencies being used by the 5G transmitter. And you would look at the spectrum and you could say, okay, well that spike there, that spike there, that spike there, they're the 5G. And you can move the little thing along and you can measure exactly how much energy is in those signals. You can figure out all the others. So if you look at a spectrum analyzer between 50 megahertz all the way up to 3,500 megahertz, there's going to be little spikes everywhere. There's going to be radio stations, there's going to be taxis, there's going to be cell phones, there's going to be all sorts of stuff in there. And someone left a comment saying, why don't you get Ofcom, this is to Mark Steele, why don't you get Ofcom to come and verify your results? He said, oh no, don't do that. Oh no, just join the fight. Just join the fight. Don't corroborate what he's saying. Don't look at what he's saying, at the technical aspects of what he's saying. Just believe him, is what he's saying. Because if Ofcom went out there, they would use a professional quality spectrum analyzer and they would say, okay, well, this is the field strength from the actual 5G transmitters. It's not looking at all these others, it's just looking at that, and this is what this level is. And he doesn't want them to do that because he knows it's going to be well. it's going to be well within the safety the safety region. It's not going to be anywhere near as big as all of these other signals combined, which is what you're looking at on his EMF meter. So he's like a lot of these, these people that are spruiking all this nonsense about Apollo. The lunar module wouldn't have enough power to get the television pictures back, and all this. These people know nothing whatsoever about the technical aspects of the mission. They don't understand the technology. Mark Steele doesn't understand the technology. He doesn't know how to measure it. If he knew how to measure it, he would have meaningful results with professional test equipment, professional calibrated test equipment. Use a piece of professional equipment, have a calibration date on it, so you know that when you look at the results from this piece of test equipment, they are accurate. You don't go out and buy something for 188 bucks from eBay and then start waving it around saying this is dangerous, this is a weapon, it's going to kill people. That's just ludicrous nonsense. It's just absolute rubbish, absolute rubbish. But anyway, that's just something I was looking at earlier today. I sort of look at all these conspiracy guys and see what they've got to say. And I just happened to stumble across this one. I think probably because I think Mark Steele has made another appearance on Miles Johnston's channel. Always good for a laugh. You see such luminaries on there as Michael Shrimpton, who thinks that German intelligence are running around the planet in Second World War U-boats. Type 43 U-boats. And then he, in the next breath, he's telling us all how dense the Rozzers are, the stupid cops. German intelligence are running around the world in World War II U-boats, Type 43 U-boats, which of course will sound like a bucket of spanners in a washing machine to any modern detection equipment. Anyway, back to Mark Steele. I don't know why, but he's always wearing sunglasses. He was sitting indoors. You can see him sitting in his house somewhere, and I think he's in Newcastle. It's bound to be overcast. It's bound to be pretty dim. It's not going to be like this, blazing sunshine, blue sky. It's going to be pretty overcast and grim, I would think, in Newcastle, especially this time of year. And he's sitting there in his house wearing sunglasses. Now you've got to wonder, why, haven't you? Why is this guy wearing sunglasses. It's one of the great mysteries of the universe. It's a little bit like Bill Ryan's hat, you know, and that other guy, Farrell. And whenever you see them, they're always wearing hats inside. And, you know, Mark Steele is always wearing sunglasses. All of these idiosyncrasies. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's just a quick ramble to test the GoPro. So before I go and jump in the shower and go and get my steak, my nice steak, and a nice drink to wash it down with, all on the company, of course, I thought I'd bash out a quick video. If you persevered all the way through to this point, thank you very much as always for watching, and perhaps I'll catch you again.